And then, there's no why about this, your home team comes calling, and I probably can relate to that as much as anybody.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah, but it wasn't an easy decision because it was again I got the call from Manchester United, but this time they did get back to me and I did have a meeting.
Who with?
With Sir Alex. It was really strange because I was meeting Kevin Keegan and Sir Alex on the same day in the same house. And I met Kevin in the morning and Sir Alex in the afternoon. Wow. And I always remember Sir Alex coming into it was actually David Platt's mother-in-law's house. We'd sort of taken over the house because we wanted it all done in secret. And
What's did he charge you?
I haven't got a clue. And I remember Sir Alex coming in the afternoon after the talks going really well in the morning with Kevin. And his first words to me were, am I seeing you first or have you seen Kevin this morning? And I went, I spoke to Kevin this morning. He goes, excuse my language. He went, that's me f***ing. And I was like, oh, really? That was his first words to me. but anyway, talks went really, really well. And I thought at one stage I was going to go. And I went house hunting around Manchester for a day or two.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then I looked at, we loved Suey's house on May. Yeah. So we were really interested in that. And then I got another call off Kevin a few days later saying, can I have another half an hour with you? And I had half an hour with him. And I just thought, what am I waiting for? I've got to go back home. And that was it. I rang the missus up because the meeting again with Kevin was in Manchester. And I said, there's going to be a taxi come in half an hour and you've got to pack me a bag and put it in the taxi and send it to Manchester Airport. I never ever went back to that house.
Is that right?
I signed for Newcastle, yeah. What was it?
I find it brilliant. The relationship I've got with Sir Alex, you probably know, I got way back as a kid with Sir Alex and training as a boy. He used to pick me up we used to go to St Mirren, blah, blah, blah. And I think two of my mates and two guys that I know really, really well, both Geordies, are probably the only two that I can really remember saying no to Man United Sir Alex. That's you and the madman. Gazza. That's you and Gascoigne. Yeah. So there's a little bit of irony there. But obviously, once you've decided, you're not going back. How did Sir Alex take it? I know how Kevin would have taken it, but I know how... Well,
I thought, out of respect, because of the interest and because of how much he sort of wanted me, I thought I've got to ring him. Mm-hmm. It was the right thing to do. So I rang him once, no answer. I rang him again, no answer. So I thought, well, I'll ring him a third time, and if he doesn't answer this time, I'll leave a message. So I rang him a third time and left him a message and apologised and asked if he would ring me back. But he never rang me back. Which I probably didn't blame him.
No, I get it.
Fine. I get on fine with him now. He's
of course,
great.
Of course.
We see each other at charity events or whatever,
It's incredible what he's achieved.
How did the move to Tottenham come about, and was that a difficult decision to make?
What's it called? I mean, I was sitting with my dad, and the phone went, and it was Kenny Dalglish first. And he says, hi, it's Kenny Dalglish. And I looked at my dad, I went, Dad, Kenny Dalglish. He said, I want you to sign for Liverpool. So I spoke to him for half an hour. And I put the phone down, and my dad said, what did he say? And I went, Dad, to be honest, I did not understand a word he said. So my dad called me an effing idiot.
I know how you felt.
So I couldn't understand him. So, and then it was, then Sir Alex Ferguson called us. He says, look, we want to sign you. And I went, okay, I'll sign. So he said, I'm going on holiday. When I come back from holiday, will you be to Old Trafford? I went, yeah. So I told me Dad, going to Old Trafford, Man United, and he went, brilliant. Then 2 days later, the phone went, and it was Irving Scholar signed for Tottenham. And it was so funny, because I went, look, I'm going to sign for Man United. So I said, Dad, it's Tottenham. And he went, no, tell him to F off, you sign for Man United. So I said, my dad says F off, I'm signing for Man United. So he went, tell your dad, I'll give him £120,000. Hold on, Dad, they're going to give you 120 grand if I sign for Tottenham. He went, what you waiting for then, son? That's what he said. I went, oh, yeah, I think I'm going to sign for Tottenham. And my dad went, he's not moved off the chair, and he went, son, the house has got a garage. He hasn't even moved off the chair. I went, what do you mean? He went, I want a BMW soft top, private reg. So I rang Irvin back and I says, can I have me dad have that? He went, oh yeah, consider it done. So obviously I was on the way and I passed Old Trafford, I was worried. And when I got near the ground, it was my sister rang up, Paul, if my mum's getting a house, my dad's getting a car, I want a sunbed. So the deal was done on the sunbed.
Gazza, what idiot turns down Man United?
I know, unbelievable. But I remember the first couple of weeks when I signed it now, and I got fan mail. And I went, wow, this looks big. And I opened it up and it was from Sir Alex Ferguson. He caned me. He hammered us, you fat bee. She said, go on holiday and you sign for them. But I just remember when I played against Tottenham, I scored 2. And I wore it off the pitch. And Tottenham was sponsored by Hummel and I was sponsored, the boots. And Terry Venables come up with us and just went, he says, anyway, at least you've got the right boots on, you know. But it was mostly Glenn Roeder that pushed us that way as well. He said, you love it working under Terry Venables because obviously he did at Queen's Park Rangers, you know. And, people always say it would have been different if I signed for Man United. Would he kept us under control? Well, Eric Cantona two-footed somebody in the neck in the stands. Wayne Rooney went with a granny and Ryan Giggs went with his brother's wife, so I made it fit it in.
Mike is on the floor. Where are you, Mike? Are you still around? He's on the floor laughing. You've got a point, Gazza. It's a good point. I must say, I get that all the time. I always hear that they say, "Oh, Gazza would have been fine under Sir Alex Ferguson." But I think you'd have been just as good.
Oh man, yeah, oh, that's brilliant, man. That's brilliant, Gazza.
You all right, Micah?
Please keep that in the podcast.
It's definitely in.
But I did when I was leaving Lazio, I did have the chance, and I remember ringing up Brian Robson and I said, look, I'm leaving Lazio, Man United interested. And Fergie was next to him. And so I spoke to him and he says, look, I'll tell you what I'll do. He says, I've got Cantona now. If he leaves, I'm going to sign you. And if he stays, then obviously, because the two is sort of playing the same position, I'm just going to keep Cantona. So obviously, Cantona stayed. And then obviously I made a great move to Rangers, like, you know.
You must how do you get on with him now with Sir Alex when you see him? I mean, you just get on great with him now. You must have a laugh about it, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it was a couple of years ago, a year ago. I went to watch Man United play. I think it was Chelsea. And he was in the lounge sort of thing. And a guy come up and he says, Sir Alex Ferguson wants to see in the office. I started panicking. I went, oh. And I went in his office, he still gave us a bollocking. Can't believe he didn't sign for me. I went, I know. It was just like, yeah, okay. So he still gave us a bollocking, but he did give us one of his watches, so that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
But I think it took us 6 years for him to actually speak to us again.
I just joined the club in 86. In 87 in the March, we played Newcastle in a game, and they were just bordering above relegation. And he'd been injured. And they'd come back and they'd won the 2 previous games, I think. And we got them there in a week game. And my 3 centre midfield players were Robson, Whiteside and Moses. 3 very competitive footballers and great footballers. And he absolutely tore them apart. He tore them apart. Ended up in one situation, he nutmegged Remy Moses right in front of me in the dugout. And went up to Remy after he did it and patted him on the head. And I says, after the game, I says to the chairman, don't leave here, get on into that chairman in Newcastle. I've got to get this boy. He's the best I've seen for years and years. And we had a chance to speak to him. He had a chance to speak to Tottenham. I spoke to him the night before I went on holiday. He says, Mr. Ferguson, you go on holiday, enjoy yourself. I'll be signing for Manchester United. I said, oh, great. Went on holidays, went to the swimming pool. Tannoy, Mr. Ferguson come to reception. It's Martin Edwards. He says,
The chairman, yeah.
yeah, Martin, the chairman. He says, I've got bad news. He's signed for Tottenham. I said, oh, God almighty. How could that be? He says, well, apparently that Tottenham have bought his mother and father a house in the northeast, and that swung it. Well, I think it was a bad mistake. And Paul admits that to this day, because as a 19-year-old lad going to London is not easy.